Hi there, it's Tracy Learn.
And Peter Murray. Good morning, Tracy.
Good morning, Peter. Today is the second session of our training that we're doing, and we've had a lot of questions as to, how do people buy Bitcoin?
Yeah, people. I mean, we've had quite a few questions like that, and yeah, so that's what we're going to discuss today.
Exactly. So if we can just kick off with a few questions here, Peter. What do people need to do to get started? I mean, what is the first step?
Well, the first step is to decide how much Bitcoin you want to buy. I think that is step number one. And then you've got to find a place or somebody to buy your Bitcoin from.
Yes.
There are a few places, a few things you can buy from, but the main thing is you can buy Bitcoin in most currencies. So depending on where you are, it's a fairly easy process that we're going to discuss now. But the main thing is you've got to decide how much you want to buy and so forth. And obviously you also need a Bitcoin wallet.
Yes.
Because you need somewhere to actually park your Bitcoins in. Once you can't buy Bitcoins without a place to store it.
Correct. And actually, in terms of paying for these Bitcoins, I mean, you need to have cash or you can do a bank transfer. But what about paying with credit cards and PayPal?
Well, that is a bit of a problem. There's not a lot of places where you can buy with pay. None of the exchanges and very few sellers would actually accept PayPal or credit cards because of the problems of chargebacks. They are afraid that people will cancel the transactions. Both of those two payment forms have the possibility that people can cancel the transaction afterwards.
Yes, I think it's about a 90-day period.
Well, it depends on the type of card, the type of bank, and also with PayPal. I think I think you're right. It's 90 days or something. I'm not entirely sure.
Okay, so let's have a look at how people can actually, or where you can actually buy from. So the first thing is an exchange, and how do these exchanges actually work?
Well, exchange is a place where buyers and sellers come together to actually buy, and the exchange, a real exchange, act as a clearinghouse. In other words, you won't know who you're buying from. The exchange will facilitate the transaction, so you can put a buy offer on the table and say, I want to buy Bitcoin at this price. Somebody else will put a sell offer on the table, and when it matches on the exchange will then clear the transaction, which means you will give the exchange the money. The exchange will get the Bitcoin from the counterparty that you've purchased from, and make sure that you get your Bitcoin and that the counterparty get their money. So the job of the exchange is to make sure that every transaction that goes through the exchange are cleared.
Okay, and then is that what escrow actually means? I think there might be a few people who want to know what escrow is.
Well, escrow is a form of keeping money or something in a third party place where it's guarded in some shape or form until a transaction takes place. The best example I can give you is when you buy a house, you actually have to give a deposit, and that deposit is usually, depending on the country it's usually paid into a solicitor's bank account, who keeps it in escrow or in trust, in a special escrow account, and that money is kept there until the buyer and seller completes all the conditions of the contract. And this is exactly the same thing. So from an exchange point of view, if you open an account with an exchange and you want to buy Bitcoins, you'll have to put money into your account at the exchange, which is effectively kept in escrow. And also, if you're a seller of Bitcoins, you will put your Bitcoins in the exchange in your account, which is also a form of escrow. And then when a transaction takes place, the exchange will make sure that there's enough money in the one account, enough Bitcoins in the other account, and as soon as the parties agree upon all the terms and conditions, then the transactions take place. So that's what escrow means.
Okay, so that's actually gives you a bit of peace of mind.
Yeah, it guarantees that both parties are actually going to conform to the terms and conditions they agreed to.
And is there actually a limit to how much Bitcoin you can buy
Well,
every day?
well, let me answer that. Firstly, there's no limit in what you can buy, but the exchanges or companies have different limits in terms of their risk. So in that case, yes, but you can open account with limited exchanges and buy as much as you want. But on most exchanges, they will have limits when you start, and they will limit you to according to what they see as a risk assessment for your location or your payment method or things like that. And usually your limit as the exchange get more comfortable on how you're doing business, they will yes.
Okay. And you know what? There are exchanges all over the world. I mean, there's in the Far East, there's in Europe, there's in America, there's also in South Africa, so and in Africa as well. So in terms of buying from different exchanges worldwide, is it possible to do that? I mean, if I'm sitting in South Africa, can I buy from an American exchange?
Well, again, it depends on the company. Some people will accept money from anywhere, and some won't. But I think what will happen is, as with the financial markets, exchanges will go locally. And the problem for maybe people in South Africa is if you want to buy through an exchange and you want to do a bank transfer, you have to get permission from your bank to actually transfer that money because of the capital controls rules in a place like South Africa. The same would apply for a country like Brazil. So you'd be able to buy a limited amount, maybe with a debit card, but really your best place to buy is at your local exchange. For instance, your big exchanges like Coinbase will open a local Coinbase account for you in a company that they are in the country that they are operating in. So it is possible, but it might be difficult depending on your location. If you're somewhere in Europe or in the US, you can really buy from any exchange. But if you're in a, if you're one of the smaller countries in terms of, you're not in the European Union or not in United States, it's a bit more difficult, and you'd be more advisable to go local.
Yeah. So how long does the buying process normally take? It could actually take a couple of days.
Well, yes, because what will happen in exchange won't let you trade until the money shows in your account. So again, if you're in Europe and you have a European exchange, you can do a same-day transfer, and that's one of the biggest reasons to do it locally. Because most local exchanges will accept bank transfers that are available immediately. But if you're going to send money over borders, it can take 2, 3, 4 or longer days for that money to actually clear into the exchange account, and you'll only be able to trade when the money is in your account.
And you know
then
what?
sorry, just to complete the question is, but once you've transacted, so once you've bought your Bitcoins, your coins are really sent to you immediately because they've already collected the coins as well.
Yes. And what I was actually going to say is this is the beauty of actually of Bitcoin, because, normal money transfers take a few days, but yet, Bitcoin is pretty quick and almost immediate. So that's really one of the benefits. So in terms of in terms of keeping my Bitcoins, is it advisable to keep it in an exchange's wallet online? Peter, are you there?
Hello?
Peter, are you there? Can you hear me?
I can hear you, yes. Can you hear me?
Okay, sorry. Yes, I can hear you now. Just dipped out for a minute. I just said, is it advisable to keep my Bitcoins in a wallet on an exchange?
I wouldn't keep my Bitcoins on a wallet on an exchange. I would have a separate wallet where I would keep my Bitcoins, because exchanges are usually big companies, and in previous times, exchanges were prone to hacking. So I usually, what we do is when we buy coins, we transfer it from the exchange immediately into a safe wallet.
Yes, and a safe wallet really is either with a reputable company or otherwise offline. Offline is definitely king.
Offline is king, and I think we're gonna shortly make some videos on how to keep your Bitcoin safe in a proper offline wallet and that type of stuff. But uh, for now is I think the best advice I can give people is to diversify if you have a lot of coins, diversify them between 3 or 4 big wallet companies. So
Yes, absolutely.
that's the safest thing to do. Just like keeping your money in one bank, spread your stuff around, and that's the best way to diversify your risk.
Okay, and what we're going to do after this video is we're going to add a few links so people can actually go and have a look at the different exchanges out there and select the one that suits them best. So the next way of buying Bitcoin is on an OTC platform. So what is an OTC platform? And some examples of an OTC platform.
Well, the difference between an OTC platform and an exchange is the clearing process. An exchange will basically, you're buying from the exchange and selling to the exchange as a middlman. Where with an OTC platform you're buying from it's called peer-to-peer buying. So an OTC platform is not really an exchange. All they do is they list the information of buyers and sellers who can then directly communicate with each other and agree a price,
Yes.
and then do it from there. And one of the largest platform that I know of is a company called Localbitcoins.com. And really, if you go into their system, you'll be able to find somebody very close to you that are selling Bitcoins. You can actually meet some of those people and buy the Bitcoins from them in cash if you want to, because
Yes.
you have the ability to actually contact people directly and talk to them. You can Skype them, you can talk to them, and so you can build a relationship with a seller or a buyer.
Yes, and OTC actually means over the counter, for anybody wondering.
Yes, sorry.
And I have to say that Local Bitcoins really, really works very, very well. And how does it actually work though, Pete? I mean, we said it connects buyers and sellers. What are the risks?
Well, the risks are you can use the local Bitcoin to do to do the purchase through them. Where what they will do then is they will ask the seller to put his coins into an escrow account, and then when you pay, you let them know that you've paid, and they'll release the coins. That is one way. But really, your risk is the person you're contracting with, because the exchange are not taking any risk. So you've got to make sure that you're buying and selling from somebody reputable. So that is the main risk, is that you can pay and somebody won't send you the coins, or that you can sell your coins and somebody won't pay you. So you've got to negotiate with a buyer or seller, to see and obviously get to know them. Local Bitcoins does have a rating system where you can see how many transactions somebody has done. If you see the guy has done thousands and thousands of transactions and it's got 100% review rating, then you know this person or this group of people you can buy from. Excuse me.
Bless you. Yes. Okay. So that's actually pretty cool that they do that. Because obviously, it's your money you're dealing with, and you don't want to lose it and have anybody run off with it. So in terms of Local Bitcoins, it's really a great option. And because you can also sell your Bitcoin on this platform as well. If you get to a point that you want to start doing a little bit of speculation or trading, you can do so.
Yes, that's absolutely correct.
So in terms of relationships, this is what it's all about, and it's about trying to find that trusted trader. And so in terms of connecting with these people, I mean, they are all over the show, and they are obviously advertising on localbitcoins.com. But there's also, sometimes you just get to know somebody who really wants to sell their Bitcoin.
That is correct. And I think, there are many ways to build a relationship. The best way is, like always, is to meet somebody if you're really going to buy from them often, and they're in close to your, close to where you live. It would be a good idea to maybe set up a meeting and meet these people. The second way was to talk to them over a Google Hangouts or over Skype or some kind of video conferencing where you can see their faces and you know, talk to them. That's the best way to do it.
Absolutely.
And also advisable from my side is make your first transaction small. You know, just buy a few coins or you know, or just spend a few dollars on coins, and first make sure that everything works well before you do bigger transactions.
Yes, absolutely. And you know, with this, obviously, when you're working with an individual as well, they will also want to be paid first before and get the money reflected in their account before they send the Bitcoin.
Yes, but with local Bitcoin, you can ask them to put their coins into escrow, so that they can't just run off with your money.
Okay, so that's a good idea.
Yeah.
And so in terms of risks with individuals, really it is about the individual. You know, at the end of the day, you know, you need to know whether you can trust that person or not. And you know, some of these traders also are charging quite high fees. So that's also a little bit of it can be a little bit of a concern. However, you know, whoever's holding the Bitcoin is actually setting the price, and it's up to you to decide whether you want to accept it or not.
Well, you know, that is the thing. It's all about supply and demand. And you have so many choices that you can buy from, that if traders are not competitive, you cannot, you know, they're not going to do business. There is another way that you can buy coins, Tracy, that we haven't discussed. That's not open everywhere, but you can actually, there's places where you can actually buy coins from a vending machine, like a ATM machine. For instance, I actually made a video of a place called the Skunk House in Croydon in London, where you can actually go in and you can put 20 pounds in and you can go buy some Bitcoin. That is one option. The other option is there's a lot of retail stores. I know we've done it on the new. We've actually featured those news articles. I don't know if you remember about all these retail places where you can actually go in and go buy Bitcoins, but you just have to search online in your area and to see if there's places like that. That's a good place to go buy if you really want to make certain you get your coins, but your price that you're going to pay is a bit higher. So that's the trade-off.
Yes. Well, you know what? I just think that there's a few options for people to consider here, and at the end of the day, you know, you need to select the one that suits you best. And what we're going to do is we are also going to add the how to buy on local Bitcoins so that you can understand. And we're also going to add some links for the exchanges. So in terms of, you know, what are next steps? What do people need to do? Basically, just get started.
Well, the first thing you need to do is get a wallet, because without a wallet, you can't keep any coins unless you keep it at an exchange. Local Bitcoins does offer a wallet facility, so if you go to Local Bitcoins and open an account, you get a wallet there as well. So that would be the first step, and then decide, like I said, how many coins you want to buy, and then, you know, start contacting different places or open an account in an exchange and then start buying your coins. Sounds like a dawn go.
Well, thanks for that. And I think that, you know, this is going to be a good overview of how you buy Bitcoins. If you have any questions or any comments, please leave them in the comments section below. And also make sure that you keep yourself informed and educate yourself on everything Bitcoin, and share this video with as many people as you can.
Well, I just wanted to add, this is the second video, second in our training series. Our first video that we made a week or so ago was called What is Bitcoin? And we'll put all these videos on a playlist. Actually go and get the training. So it's important, if you want to get access to that playlist, the playlist will actually be on your YouTube channel. So go subscribe to our YouTube channel. You'll see the link in the video or below the video, you'll find a link where to subscribe. And then also in the links below, you'll see that there is a button that says the Get the Bitcoin Believers Manifesto, which is a free PDF that explains a lot more about, you know, what we're doing in Bitcoin and stuff like that. All you have to do is subscribe to our mailing list. And when you subscribe to our mailing list, we'll also then inform you about when we are, you know, releasing the third video, and also all the next videos coming. And this is going to be a whole intensive training program that you know, that we will do, and it's all free. It doesn't cost anything. All you have to do is sign up to receive it. So, you know, if you want to get a proper Bitcoin education and find out how all of this stuff works, sign up and we will educate you for free. And all you have to do is just join. That's it. It doesn't cost anything, no money to be paid.
Excellent. Here is the video on how to buy and sell on Localbitcoins. I'm going to show you how easy it is to buy Bitcoins on localbitcoins.com. So the first thing that you would do is you would go to the website localbitcoins.com, or you would just click on the link at the bottom of this video that's been provided for you. So once you get into Local Bitcoins, you will need to open up a free account. All you need to do is follow the instructions. It's a very simple process, and the other thing that you will need to do is verify your account, and you verify your account with your email address. So eventually you would be able to log into your account, which I've already done, and start the buying process. But I just want to show you some of the tabs at the top, and really it's the way Local Bitcoins have done this is they've made it so simple for you to not go wrong and feel at ease when you buy your first Bitcoin. So obviously step one is you need to register the account. Step two is going to the main page, and the main page is it will look like this, and it's this orange bar where you need to actually say whether you want to buy Bitcoin or whether you want to sell Bitcoin. In this case, you want to buy. For this example, the city is and the country is the UK, so it's in this person is buying in pounds, and also they want to do online offers. So what would happen is you would complete that, do a search, and then you would be matched with a buyer. So firstly, this is what you will see. And this is quite important over here, this information, because this is the information about the trader. So firstly, the name, and then also you can actually have a look and see whether this person has done a lot of trades and what the feedback has been. This guy seems to have done quite well. He's done over 100 trades, and he got 100% for every single trade, which is amazing. So then you can also check the online status, and that actually means when was the person last on the website. Then they've decided that they want a cash deposit into a bank, and this is the detail over here. Then the next column is about the price, and this is the price per Bitcoin. Then the person also says this is the minimum and maximum amount that someone can buy from them. So if you wanted to do under £50, this wouldn't be your person. And as for this example, you're doing £100, this is perfect. The other thing is the method of payment. They want cash deposited into their bank. And if that suits you, you go ahead with this and with this trade, and you push the buy button. Click on the buy button. Then you get to this next process, and basically this is where you need to make sure that everything is fine. You know, and that you agree with everything. If there's something that you don't agree with, you go back and you change it. So whatever it is, just make sure that that when you're ready to pay, you've checked this page. Then you need to make your payment. And the nice thing over here is that you can actually message the trader. So for instance, you would pay the invoice first, and then what you would do is you would need to confirm the payment. So you would actually send a message to the trader and say you've made the deposit, and you attach the document, and then what you do is you mark the payment complete. And once this is done, the Bitcoins are held in escrow for, it says here, for 179 minutes, which means that that the Bitcoin is there waiting for you as soon as your payment has been confirmed. And it's as simple as that. So let's go to the live screen and let's see what it looks like. And there you go. So you would put, because I'm in South Africa at the moment, you would put whatever the amount is. Let's say 10,000, and there's the currency ZAR, and let's say I'm in Santon. Let's see, does it do that, or does it do South Africa? You can do whatever detail you want to put on here. You see here's a South Africa. You can do transfers with certain banks. You can decide what you want to do there, and do a search. And then you can go to that particular buyer that the system has found for you. Alternatively, you can go through this list and you can see what is on offer. And if there's something that you like, all you do is you click on the buy button and you go through the process. It's as simple as that. So I wish you luck buying your first Bitcoin. And the other thing is, welcome to the Bitcoin revolution. Good luck.